helping you guys, right? So everybody seeing the screen here?
Yeah.
All right. So what are we gonna do today? We're doing a nice, easy topic called substitution. And everybody knows this topic. It's nice and easy. So first, in the very first class, we had started up with 4 plus 3 equals 7. Right? And then we asked the question, well, what if we did not know what 4 was? So we had some unknown number plus 3 is equal to 7. How would we find out what that unknown number is? Anybody? Right, and I like the word you used there, transpose, right? Caitlin, are you aware of this transpose word?
Yeah.
Alright, so what does that mean, transpose the tree? What does she mean by that? You carry across the tree, and what will happen to the tree? Will it become, enlightened? Right, it'll turn to a -3, and now x is equal to 4. But here's the problem, right? We have an equation, x plus 3 is equal to 7, right? But this is only true when x is equal to 4, isn't it? X can't be anything else, right? If x was equal to 3, would x plus 3 equal 7? No. What would x plus 3 equal? 6. Yeah? So therefore, once we change the value of x, the answer is going to change. Right? So essentially what we're doing here is we are substituting values. So if I was to have, say, x plus 2x squared is equal to 4. Actually, no. X plus 2x squared is equal to some number y. And I say find y when x equals 2. What do I do? Right. So they're actually telling you what x is. They're actually telling you what x is, right? And this is substitution is a real easy thing. We've always, you guys should have been doing this from Form 2 and Form 3 and things. So this is real elementary stuff, right? So whenever I see x, I'm going to put 2. So I see x here, so that is 2, plus 2 multiplied by x, which is 2, and that x is squared. And notice the brackets. Wherever I make a substitution, I am going to put brackets, and that is equal to y. So therefore y is equal to, well, this 2 squared is 4. 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Is that correct? Did I make a mistake? 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Y is equal to 10. Shazay, do you understand the substitution business? Yes? Okay. So since all you understand the substitution business, Caitlin, you understand substitution?
Yeah.
Alright. So since you all understand substitution, blah blah blah, let's do this one. Let's do number 3 and number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions. I'll give you 10 minutes. So 10 minutes for 9 questions. Real easy. Oh, one thing I wanted to note. This says an expression. What is the difference between an expression and an equation?
Equations have an equal sign.
Very good. So x plus 3 equals 7 is an equation because it has equal sign. If I just had x plus 3 alone, just x plus 3 alone, that is an expression. There is no equal sign. It's not equal to anything. So now I could substitute x having different values and get different answers for different substitutions, right? You okay with this, Caitlin? Shazzy? All right, number 3 and number 4, you have 10 minutes, rock it. So first one, who's gonna do it quick? Quick. I'm not doing it, I'll do it.
In brackets, negative c plus and x into brackets 4.
Yeah, and putting the brackets is very important to show that you are substituting values for them. So negative 2 and 4 is m and n, so this answer is 2. Very good. Next, p plus q minus 2n.
Brackets 3 plus minus 8.
Mm-hmm.
2 minus brackets 4.
And this will give me what?
I don't know. 16.
So 4 2s are 8, and so 3 plus, well, I don't have to put that plus there because that negative 8 makes that 8 negative. So that's 3 minus 8. 4 2s are 8 minus 8. So that's 3 minus 16, which is negative 13. That's what you got?
Yeah.
Good job. Easy stuff, right? Substitutions. Easy peasy. Of course, next class you will be getting a spotlight challenge involving substitutions. So we'll see how that goes, right? 2q minus p. What's that now?
Brackets, well, 2 brackets minus 3.
Very good. So 8 2s are negative 16 minus 3, which gives us what? Very good. Excellent. Excellente. I could tell that you guys are on top of your game. 3m minus 2q. Who come in? Come fast.
3 in brackets, negative 2. Minus 2 and then in brackets, negative 8.
And this gives me.
17.
Alright, so 3 2s are negative 6. Right? Now, negative 2, 8 2s are 16, but it'll be plus 16 because a negative 2 times negative 8, negative times a negative is a positive. So 16 minus 6 is positive 10. That's where you got, Caitlin?
Yeah.
Alright, good job. And then m squared plus 4p plus q equals what?
In brackets minus 2 squared plus 4 in brackets 3 plus in brackets minus 3.
This is what? 2 2s are 4 plus 4 3s are 12 minus 8, which is 4 plus 12 minus 8 is 4, which gives us 8. That's what you got? Scotia?
Oh, yeah.
You got that, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good. I'm just checking to see if I did it correct, because when I doing these questions, I could make mistakes as well. And sometimes I just only see the mistakes that I make when I'm editing the video, you know. So it's really important. Right. So who doing the first one? X on 2 plus 4y equals what?
Is 10 divided by 2. Oh wait, sorry. 18
Yeah, no, you're going right. 10 divided by 2 plus
4 brackets 2.
5 plus 4 2s are 8, which is 13. Caitlin, Scotia, all you good with that?
Yeah.
Alright. 3p plus 2q. Alright. And we have values for p and q there, so what to do? Quick.
3 and in the brackets 8 plus 2 and then another set of brackets 3.
And then close the first set of brackets, right?
Yeah.
So that's 3 into 8 plus 6. 2 3s are 6. 8 and 6 is what? 3 times 8 and 8, 16, 15, 14. Alright. So that is 4 3s are 12. And 30, 42 is the answer. Is that what you guys got? Or am I?
Yeah.
3 times 4. Very good. M plus N, open brackets, Q plus 3, close brackets. What does that give you?
Brackets 4.5 plus 6.
4.5 plus 6 into
3 brackets plus
3. Isn't Q negative 1?
I messed up.
That is cool. That is cool. Where you put 3? Oh, you put this 3 here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Careful. Careful, right? So 4.56 and Q is negative 1. So 4.5 plus. Now 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 give us 2 inside here. 6 2s are 12. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.5. Caitlin, you got that?
Yeah.
Shazay, you got that? No?
Sorry,
Did you get that?
what was the answer?
16.5. Alright. This was it here. What did you do wrong? Because we have M being 4.5, so we put 4.5 there. Plus N, which is 6. And then this Q is negative 1. So negative 1 plus 3, well that's 3 minus 1, which is 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 4.5 is 16.5. What did you do wrong there?
I think I forgot a negative sign because I put 21.
So you went 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 4s are 24 or something, so I don't know. Minus 24 or something like that. Yeah, you probably did minus 24. Negative. Alright. But you wrote it?
Yeah.
Alright. So see, it's good for us to do these things, right? And last but not least, U plus V all to the power of X. And that is equal to what?
is that open brackets 7 plus another open brackets negative.
All to the power of 4. So 7 minus 4. All to the power of 4. The 7 minus 4 is what? 3? All to the power of 4. Where's 3 to the power of 4? 81. Right. So I think that apart from a couple small little mistakes, everybody is okay with substitution. Yeah? Right. So at the end of the day now, there is one more thing I would like to take a look at, and that is subject to the formula. Now, let's talk a little bit about transposition. Right? So let's talk a little bit about transposition, just to make sure. Right? And we know, you guys are already using the term transpose and all them kind of things. So I'm real happy about that, right? So transposition, that's what subject to the formula is all about. It's all about transposing stuff. So what if I had x on 2 plus 3 equals 1. Solve for x, transpose, and tell me what. And it'll become what? So now I'll have x over 2 is equal to 1 minus 3. X over 2 is equal to negative 2. Shazay, you understand that so far?
Yes.
Now what do you do from here?
You try
And it'll become what?
multiply by 2.
Right, so it'll become multiplied by 2. So x is actually equal to negative 4. And if you substitute x back into here, negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Right? Now, what if I change it up a little bit? And what if I did this? X squared all over 2y plus p all over q is equal to z. And I want x. Find x. In other words, make x the subject of the formula. So x, so how am I going to do this now? What should I do first?
Transpose the P over Q.
So I'm going to take this P over Q and transpose it. And when I transpose that, what am I going to get? Well, first of all, I'm only going to have x squared all over 2y is on this side equals to what?
Z minus P over Q.
Z minus the same P over Q. It was plus P over Q on this side. It will become minus P over Q on this side. And now what do I do? Very good. So I transpose the 2i. And what will it become? I'll have x squared alone on this side. And z minus p on q what? All of this is going to be multiplied by 2y, and right. Now, we have x there alone, but I don't want x squared, I want x. So what do I have to do?
on both sides?
You could divide by x on both sides, yes. And you will end up with x here is equal to z minus p on q into 2y divided by x. Makes sense. The problem is I have x on this side of the equation, and I don't want x on that side of the equation, right? So any other ideas? Caitlin, any ideas? The square roots. Yeah? So the hint here is that if I have 5 squared is 25, and so in order to get rid of the square, I have to find the square root of 25. And is this not correct? You understand that, Scotia?
Yeah.
Yeah? So all you need to do is remove, if you have a square on this side, then you just find the square root of everything over here. I'll put the 2y first, open bracket, z minus p on q, close bracket. Good job, Caitlin. Shizzy, you understand?
Yes.
Alright, and you notice even though this looks complicated, really and truly is only simple little maths that we use. Yeah, is a simple little principle that we use, which is why it goes back to the first class when I was saying that the problem with algebra isn't this. The problem with algebra is this. The problem with algebra is actually the simple arithmetic, and knowing how that simple arithmetic does apply to your algebra. Nice. So I just wanted to do that to kind of test your transpositional skills and to test other things as well. We just basically do a little touch on transposition, and at the end of the day, that will lead us to our assignment. So just checking right here, if we go in classwork, under Intro to Algebra, we have Intro to Algebra 3, Substitutions and Subject of the Formula, right? So we could see here that we have some easy questions followed by some slightly difficult questions. There's only about 5 or 6 questions here. It's really not that tough, right? Just some simple substitution questions. Over here we have some simple subject of the formula questions, really easy, but then it'll have some of them like this one here that might teeth up your head a little bit, or even this one here might teeth up your head a little bit. So I really want to see what you guys are gonna do for some of those. Yeah, and then on this side we have just some slightly tougher subject to the formula questions, right? So what I'm gonna do now, before we go, right, substitution, we have the subject to the formula questions here. I want you to just look at this first set of questions, and I will allow each one of you to choose one question that you want me to do. So just look at it, and if there are any questions that you can't figure out, what would they be? Shizzy. You have to make y the subject of the formula in all of these. Huh? Q. This one here? Alright, so that's really easy. I have 4 pi y, and that's equal to b. I want to make y the subject of the formula. This 4 pi is being multiplied by y, so I'll just throw the 4 pi across. So b is going to be divided by 4 pi, And that is it. Easy peasy. Right?
So I could do L.
Huh?
You could do L.
L. This one?
Yeah.
Ah, very good. Well, in order to do L, I'll do K as well. Right? So we have K, y squared is equal to S. And we just saw the example that y is going to be equal to the square root of S. Yeah? So we just saw that example here. So in terms of L, y cubed is equal to x. Right? Different question. So we just do the same thing. Y is equal to the cube root. And that's how you write a cube root of x. And that's it. And that's how you basically do square roots and cube roots and 5 roots. So if y to the power of 5 is equal to x, then y would be equal to the 5 root of x. You understand that, Scotia?
Yes, sir.
Shazay, Caitlin, you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Alright, Caitlin, I believe you have one. Which one will it be? This one here. Okay. We actually did one like this last week. And this is the one where we had the hint. Because this is the square root of y is equal to g. Yeah? And remember the hint that I gave you all last week is the same hint I gave you all this week. That if the square root of 25 is equal to 5, you want to get rid of that square root sign. If you want to get rid of a square root sign, you square both sides. So square both sides. So therefore the square root of 25 squared is equal to 5 squared. And well, if you have a square root and you square it, that's kind of like doing, you know, the square root and the square going to cancel off, so you'll be basically getting rid of the square root sign. That is equal to 5 squared. So in this case, to get rid of the square root sign, y is equal to g squared. You understand this, Scotia?
Yes, sir.
Alright, nice. Caitlin, you okay?
Yes.
Alright. So each one of you all got one question out of this. And then there are these questions as well. They are actually pretty easy. So we will actually just spend Saturday doing all of these questions. We actually almost finished with this algebra thing. So what we have to do in algebra again is small things like laws of indices. Now we did laws of indices already, yeah, but we did laws of indices pertaining to normal numbers. So now we're going to take those laws of indices that we did in normal numbers and we're going to bring them into algebra. You'll see they're exactly the same thing. Yeah? So Shazay, I hope that you look over that class because we actually did laws of indices. I'm approaching it different from what I did last year, Shazay. Right? But this year I do all of the arithmetic first and then I'd show in all of the algebra alongside all of the arithmetic that we did. Yeah, so we did laws of indices. You do in arithmetic some class before. So next week next class we will do laws of indices in algebra. And but because you guys are the Form 5 class, means that we're gonna go all out with it, right? So yeah, that's it. We actually finished within the hour, so it's just almost about 7 o'clock. Does anybody have any questions?